I feel like the public as a whole doesn't really understand martial arts. They just like, they don't get me, you know? No, I think everybody thinks that like every martial art is karate. The common person thinks that there is a judo chop. There is no judo chop. Hate to break it to you. You don't have to register your hands as weapons. It is recommended. Quit looking at my window, dude. That's weird. Oh, you can still see. Anyway, I ran across a video called Every Martial Arts Explained in 9 minutes. And then it says part 1. Wait a minute. So it's not 9 minutes. It's quite literally longer than that. So it's not 9 minutes, is what you're saying. Learn with me. Let's see how accurate Learn with me is. I have probably done all of the martial arts they're going to talk about at least once. So I'll be able to provide some expertise on the situation, other short versions of longer words. Let's get started.
Karate. Karate, which translates to empty hand, originated from Okinawa, Japan.
Okay.
And was influenced by Chinese martial arts.
So far, so good. I mean, you could argue that karate was started in Japan because the word karate started once from Japan, started taking the practices of what wasn't called karate yet. I could be butchering it, but
primarily emphasizes striking techniques, which include punching, kicking, knee strikes, and open hand techniques.
yeah, you could say that. There's more throws than you would expect in karate. Man, is this just gonna be me fact-checking this whole thing? I guess so. Is this all AI made? If it's made by a person, I'm sorry. If it's made by somebody who just plugged in AI, then I don't really feel bad.
The philosophy of karate is deeply rooted in the principles of respect, discipline, and peace. It is both a method of self-defense and a way to enhance physical and mental health.
Yeah.
Practitioners wear a uniform known as a gi, which is typically white.
And they stand just like this. This is actually exactly how I stand. You don't want to mess with me. Meet me by the Sephora, 4:35 after school. Your makeup doesn't even match the rest of your outfit. What else do girls say? You don't even like Taylor Swift. Is that pretty on par? Also, wait a minute, hold the phones. That's not a karate gi. That'd be a dobok. You can tell because it's a V. This is a Taekwondo uniform. Probably has a slit right here. There's a rabbit. I've never seen a rabbit right there before. Look at that. Look at that. That was fun. Look at that. Look at us going on adventures. You could tell it was a rabbit because of the way that it is. Okay, yeah, so far, misinformation. Okay, that's a dobok. That's Taekwondo.
Or known as a gi, which is typically white. Kung Fu. Kung Fu is a collective term for various Chinese martial arts that incorporate a wide range of techniques such as kicking, striking, throwing, and joint locks. Many styles incorporate Taoist principles and
I actually am making a video about this soon. I just haven't gotten all the pieces together. Kung Fu is originally just a phrase. It's used a couple different ways, but like it's usually almost like a compliment. Again, I haven't gotten all the pieces together, but like it doesn't have anything to do with martial arts. It eventually, because of, I think primarily Bruce Lee, became synonymous with martial arts. Like if you were really good at making ramen, like that would be your Kung Fu. That's how I understand it. Like it's just the thing that you're really good at. And Bruce Lee said that was his Kung Fu. I don't want, somebody's gonna react to this video of me saying that and then saying that I'm wrong. But again, let me finish that video and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on it then.
Yin Yang, which signifies balance.
Oh yeah, I guess that is Chinese, correct? You see it a lot in Japanese martial arts as well.
Kung Fu is not only a physical exercise, but also a way to achieve spiritual growth and self-discipline.
Okay.
Practitioners often wear a uniform known as a Kung Fu suit.
Ah, yes, a Kung Fu suit, as it's called in China. Like, I don't know what they're called. It's not a Kung Fu suit. It's not a Kung Fu suit. Right? Why would they call it a Kung Fu suit? Anyway.
Ninjutsu.
Ooh.
Ninjutsu was developed as a collection of survivalist techniques in the warring state of feudal Japan.
That is what it said.
Ninja used their art to ensure their survival in a time of violent political turmoil.
Okay.
Ninjutsu included methods of gathering information and techniques of non-detection, avoidance, and misdirection.
I do have ninja boots. I feel like pretty much everything you said was on par. I say he, I don't even think it's a guy reading this. If I honestly had to guess, it is a Judo 5er or an AI. It could go either way.
Today, ninjutsu is practiced in a few schools worldwide
This is not ninjutsu, for sure. This right here, they're wearing white gis. This looks more like Aikido, based off of the white gis. Doesn't really make a lot of sense for a ninja to wear white. Unless he's a snow ninja. Like those cats, those cute little white cats.
a modernized form. The traditional ninja outfit is the shinobi shizoku, which includes a jacket, trousers, and a hood.
I've worn this before too. I think that is true.
Judo, born in Japan, is a competitive martial art that focuses on throws and groundwork. Its philosophy emphasizes maximum efficiency with minimum effort and mutual welfare and benefit.
Okay, the mutual welfare and benefit, that's some baloney. You ever done randori with somebody who's like a green belt and they were like, you're pretty sure they're gonna take your kneecaps right off your legs. Right from the middle. They're just gonna Jenga it. Kneecap gone, legs go in place. Yeah, no, I don't think mutual benefit. You can't really have competitiveness and mutual benefit. That doesn't really make any sense. Not everybody can win. And also, as far as the minimal effort goes, judo is like the most effort in any martial art I've ever tried. By far. 5 rounds of trying to take somebody down in a gi? No thank you. Judo want to do that.
Judo is practiced for physical fitness.
Nope.
As a competitive sport.
Yep.
And as self-defense.
Sure.
It has been an Olympic sport since 1964.
Probably true. I don't.
Judo practitioners wear a thick jacket and pants known as a judogi, and the sport is often practiced barefoot.
This doesn't look like a judogi, but I could be, judogi? I don't know what a judogi is. I think it's just called a gi. I think it's also just called a gi. A gi is just the, oh, they do call it a judogi. Or a kimono? That's interesting. Interesting. Learn something new.
Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a Korean martial art known for its high and fast kicking techniques. It is based on the principles of courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit.
Okay.
Taekwondo is practiced for its sportive aspect,
That's
self-defense,
okay.
and its contribution to mental and physical health.
Yes, not so much. Especially World Taekwondo. International Taekwondo, sure. World Taekwondo, sportive contribution to mental and physical health, yes, for sure. You can spinning wheel kick somebody in the head. I am a firm believer of that. I think that if you took me and you put me into a random street fight, I could spinning wheel kick the guy in the head. I do think that. Doesn't mean I should though, you know? Like at what point is that self-offense? I am offensing on yourself. Could you imagine? You were like, hey buddy, watch where you're parking. But you get it. You get the idea. You'd be like, what the? Like anybody that can spinning wheel kick you and does, they weren't like, uh-oh, something bad's gonna happen to me, you know?
The dobok is the uniform worn by practitioners.
That's
often white with a colored belt indicating the practitioner's rank.
Well, you could have said that about a lot of them.
Boxing.
Okay.
Boxing is an ancient combat sport that involves throwing punches with gloved hands.
Probably didn't have gloved hands at the beginning.
In the UK, and is governed by the Marquess of Queensberry.
Oh, the Marquess of Queensberry.
It's a physically demanding sport that requires strength, speed, agility, hand-eye coordination, and endurance. Boxers wear shorts and boxing gloves. Aikido.
It's like, what else do you say about that? Like, yep. Boxing is also the avenue most celebrities try to fight. Boxing is also how you've grown to hate some of your least favorite former Viners, now TikTokers. I think boxing is the most tried sport is because like it requires, hear me out, the least coordination, hear me out. Kickboxing's like a whole different level of balance. Boxing's hard, don't get me wrong, but you can throw a punch. 4-year-olds can throw a punch, hear me out, not well. Nobody said these guys were doing it well their first go, you know, but it's a lot harder to do Aikido.
Aikido, a Japanese martial art, uses the opponent's energy against them through throws and joint locks.
Okay.
Its philosophy emphasizes harmony and peace, aiming to resolve conflict through reconciliation.
What? Every Aikido place I know of, aside from like 1 or 2, is a cult. This doesn't seem like a cult. This seems like 2 political parties. It's just the ties. It's just the ties. I've never seen an Aikido person do this or this. I have seen them do this, you know, and like demonstrations.
Aikido techniques can be used for self-defense and also promote physical health and relaxation.
Physical health and relaxation is like, you could say that about any of them. You just get the relaxation afterwards. You work hard in the beginning and then you get the relaxation afterwards. Physical health, all of these are good for your physical health. Moving your body is good for your physical health. It's your physical, okay? You do the physical and it makes you healthy. All of these, stop saying it. You're just using filler words. How long is this video supposed to be? 9 minutes and 39 seconds. It could have been explained in 9 minutes if you quit using the word physical health and relaxation and, you know.
Aikido practitioners typically wear a gi, very similar to that of Judo. Sambo.
No,
Sambo
but that's, do we just change guys? Who's this fella? Talking about Sambo. Sounds racist. Sambo. An Aikido gi is definitely different. Look, you go Aikido gi and you get these things right here. Look at these pants. These pants are not for Judo. I've never seen pants like this, to be honest. What's the deal with this? This flirty little gap right here. What are you trying to show off? Quit trying to show off your hip dips, Aikido master. You know what I mean? That's not Judo. It's a little different. This like cross thing. Anyway.
Sambo.
Sambo.
Sambo is a Russian martial art and combat sport.
Okay.
It combines elements of Judo and wrestling techniques. Developed by the Soviet Red Army in the early 1920s.
I do think that's true.
Their hand-to-hand combat abilities.
Okay.
It's used for self-defense, competition, and fitness. Sambo practice.
There's like a couple different types of Sambo. There's Sambo that is supposed to be strictly self-defense based. There's supposed to be, I think actually Sambo is like an acronym for like something, army, men, beating up. It's like some acronym though for whooping dudes, I think, is what Sambo's an acronym for. And there's different types of competition even. There's also Sambo strikes.
Typically wear a kurtka, jacket, belt, shorts, and wrestling shoes.
I do think that Sambo has the sickest uniform. Gi top and tight shorts, it's just cool, okay? Especially when you have like big, strong legs. It's the coolest uniform.
Muay Thai. Muay Thai, also known as the art of 8 limbs, is a Thai martial art that uses the fists, elbows, knees, and shins to...
Okay, you could have said feet. Which is funny because like art of 8 limbs, your elbow's not a limb. Neither's your knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sir, whoever made the name, art of 8 weapons? Limbs? I don't think limbs is right. But yeah, way to explain to us the 8 limbs.
To strike. It's a combat sport with a rich history in Thai culture and tradition. Its philosophy emphasizes respect, patience, and humility.
Okay.
Muay Thai.
Okay. There's also like a lot of superstitions in Thai. There's also like a religious aspect. Like there's a bowing, there's ceremonies. You could talk about how Muay Thai's point system is based off of striking and moving your opponent but staying sturdy yourself. How they are arguably some of the toughest fighters, you know?
Thai shorts are typically worn during practice and competitions.
Yep.
Krav Maga.
Okay.
Krav Maga is a practical combat system developed in Israel, designed to neutralize threats as quickly as possible and improve physical fitness.
I do think all this is fair.
It focuses on real-world...
Enough about the physical fitness. Nobody does martial arts and is like, hope I get fat. Like, what are we doing? That doesn't happen. Nobody's like, I've been in too good a shape lately. Let me do some crunches. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
Situations and practical defenses against attacks.
Pockets.
The guiding principles of Krav Maga
Let's hear
are
'em.
simplicity, speed, and control. Practitioners typically wear
Control? It's not about control. Maybe controlling somebody else.
speed
Sure. And then this one, ruthless aggression.
and control.
Not meditation. What are we doing here? What are we talking about? I would say it's control over a situation. Maybe you could argue that. Not control like of your own mental.
Practitioners typically wear comfortable gym clothing.
That is true. That is true.
Capoeira is a Brazilian martial art that combines elements of dance, acrobatics, and music.
Okay.
Developed by African slaves in Brazil as a means to disguise fighting practices, it is known for its quick and complex maneuvers.
That is true.
Its philosophy...
First part is true. The dance part, it wasn't...
Elements of dance.
It's not elements of dance and acrobatics. It is like dance and acrobatics is a means of hiding what it is.
Revolves around a sense of community, resilience, and trickery.
Okay, yeah.
Traditional
That one
clothing
for sure.
varies, but modern practitioners usually wear white pants and a colored cord.
Yep.
Wing Chun.
Super true.
Wing Chun is a form of Kung Fu emphasizing close-range combat and
This
efficiency.
is not a Wing Chun outfit.
Developed in southern China, its philosophy focuses on balance, structure, and the principle of simultaneous attack and defense.
Okay.
Wing Chun techniques can be used for self-defense and fitness. Practitioners
Really surprised it hasn't given the Wing Chun was created by a small woman who needed to fight off large men and used her body and frame to attack them in their body where they were small. Like, I feel like there's like some myth that's run around like that. Hold on, let me see who created Wing Chun. A Buddhist nun. The Wing Sun Athletic Association was founded by Ip Man. Okay, Muay? I'm not sure how you pronounce that, to be honest. I feel like that's the story. I don't know if that's true or not. Roast me in the comments if you will, but I feel like I hear it repeated and it's never the same. That's my gripe. If you're gonna repeat it in the same way somebody else repeated it, so I can at least like have an idea, you know?
typically wear a Kung Fu suit or comfortable clothing.
Ah, yes, a Kung Fu suit.
Savate, also known as French boxing,
Nope, that would be Savate. That would be Savate, second voiceover guy in 9 minutes. Did the first guy get tired after 4.5 minutes? Do you think the AI was like, dude, come on, man. You're paying me by the hour. It's been 2 minutes. I can't do this anymore. I can't work under these conditions. I can't just steal other people's voices forever. Okay? I'm not Ursula.
Savate.
Savate.
Savate, also known
I'm a
as French
savate.
boxing, combines elements of Western boxing with graceful kicking techniques.
Okay.
Developed from street fighting techniques used by French sailors in the 19th century.
I feel like that is
it's used for
the story.
self-defense, fitness, and as a competitive sport.
There you go.
Practitioners wear a Savate uniform consisting of a tracksuit and special shoes.
That is true.
Brazilian
Bro, talk a little bit more about the shoes. Quit saying self-defense, competition, physical fitness, and talk a little bit more. You're not explaining what anything is. You're explaining what they wear, and then you're explaining physical health. What are we doing?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu focuses on grappling and ground fighting,
Okay.
with the goal of controlling the opponent through techniques that force them to submit.
Yep, okay,
It was
sure.
developed in Brazil by the Gracie family, who modified the techniques of Judo and traditional Japanese Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
The philosophy centers around the idea that a smaller, weaker person can
Weaker.
defend against a bigger, stronger assailant.
A smaller, weaker, little baby boy, little mousy man, the small little crumb eater, a little bite having self, a little baby, no muscle, little chunky dunky, little short spitting. Sorry, I kind of.
Using leverage and proper technique.
Yep, sure.
Practitioners typically wear a gi.
This is a karate dude. Nobody stands like this in jiu-jitsu. This is 100% a karate dude. You can tell because of the short sleeves. Look at the long sleeves. These are short sleeves. This is a karate dude, and you can tell because there's no grips in karate. Okay.
Similar to Judo. Silat.
Okay. It's not that similar to judo. It's definitely different.
Silat is a collective term for a class of indigenous martial arts from the Malay archipelago and surrounding geographical areas.
Malaysia? This is the only one I haven't done so far. This is the only martial art that I haven't tried before.
It incorporates strikes, grappling, and weaponry.
I was going to say a lot of weapons.
Its philosophy and principles vary greatly among different styles and regions, often reflecting local customs and culture.
You could say that about literally any martial art. Literally anything. You've told me essentially nothing. I know that they do their fingers like this now, that they use some sort of sickle. This might not even be Silat. Is this Silat? Yeah, I don't know.
Silat practitioners typically wear a uniform known as a baju silat.
Okay.
Kyudo, or the way of the bow, is a Japanese martial
I haven't done this one either. The more you Kyudo. Sometimes you say a joke and you're like, this is going to sound right when it comes out of my mouth. And that's the last time you think that, you know?
truth, virtue, and beauty. Kyudo is practiced for personal development, meditation, competition, and ceremony. Practitioners wear traditional meditation, competition, and ceremony.
Like in Brave? Like where they have to shoot the archery to win the wife? My sweet darling Isabel,
You're doing
I
it.
have loved you since the moment that I met you. I don't think that's the right graphic. Meditation, I could kind of see this. I feel like shooting a bow and arrow is like kind of cathartic, but I could see how it would be like meditative to a degree. Personal development, okay, I guess. This is the only one that's not really for physical fitness, you know? Which I guess he didn't say it, to be fair. He did say you get married, so that's interesting. Hey, shoot your shot, you know what I mean? Hey-o, I'll be here all week. Probably for the next 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes.
Practitioners wear traditional Japanese
minute and a half.
clothing, including a kimono and hakama.
Hakama.
Kendo. Kendo, which means the way of the sword, is a modern Japanese martial art.
I haven't done this one
that uses
either.
Bamboo swords, shinai, and protective armor, bogu.
This one
It descended
is...
from traditional swordsmanship, kenjutsu,
Okay, see, I've done this.
and uses the principles of the katana.
Yep. Okay, never mind. I guess I have done this. I haven't done Kendo, but I've done Kenjutsu. A little bit. I've done actually a little bit of the practice up, and then a little bit of the straight up chopping up stuff with swords, which is very fun.
Philosophy emphasizes respect,
Let me guess. Respect, patience, physical health.
discipline, and the development of character. Kendo practitioners wear the traditional hakama trousers, a kekogi uniform top, and protective armor.
I do think that's true.
Eskrima harness.
Okay, I've done this. I've done a lot of
These are
this.
umbrella terms for the traditional martial arts of the Philippines that emphasize weapon-based fighting with sticks,
Yep,
knives, and other bladed weapons. They also include hand-to-hand combat and weapon disarming techniques.
Okay, this is
The
not
philosophy
Eskrima.
of Eskrima harness revolves
Arnis.
around
Arnis is the word he's looking for there.
practitioners usually wear comfortable sports attire.
Would you call that comfortable sports attire? Are those VR goggles? No? Is he beating up VR baddies? If he's blind, I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what this is.
And a rattan stick is the primary weapon.
Rattan?
Jeet Kune Do is a hybrid martial art heavily influenced by the philosophy and experiences of Bruce Lee. It is
Okay.
not fixed or patterned and is a philosophy
Not heavily influenced. It's like the whole thing. It's like the whole deal.
with guiding thoughts. It was named for the Wing Chun concept of interception or attacking, while one's opponent is about to attack. Practitioners typically wear a variety of attire as
They wear whatever they want, pretty much. I think they wear like a black t-shirt now, is the deal. Okay, well, like 80% of that was absolutely useless, pointless. Hopefully I told you about all the martial arts, because that's what you came here for, was my expertise. I know everything. Learn with me. Okay? Learn with me. This is definitely an AI. I should honestly make a channel just like this, where I just like pay somebody to write it, and then I pay somebody else to record it, and then I pay somebody else to edit it, and I never touch anything. I just hand out money and collect a check. But I don't do that because I have integrity and I do this for the passion. Okay? Stop trying to control me. What was I saying? That was every martial art explained in that amount of minutes. Part 1, Season 1, Episode 1. So this could be every martial art explained in infinite amount of time. That's actually kind of what I should call my channel. Until next time, peace.